this user interfaces, all kinds of different. But we definitely don't want that, do we? We want that. Don't fuck my windows around like that. I don't know if I'm live or not. It doesn't tell me anywhere now. I could just be streaming into the ether for all I know. Every time I come to this page, it's worse, and I can complain about it, and probably no one will ever see me complaining about it for all I know. I really don't know how this is going to look. I don't know if this will even be watchable. I suppose there's one way to find out. I'll do this. Let me have a look here. Yeah, it's still a rather unorganised mess. I don't know how people do it. Well, they must have another PC that does it. So I can think they must be like, you know, rich people with big houses or something. Right? Maybe have a little bitch boy run around after them, press buttons. I don't know. I really don't know. No idea, but now I'm technically in another... Yeah, okay, it's working, I think. So I had streamed for a long time, and this ain't going to be a long run. This is mostly a test run, and you can see why I would want to do this before I do anything serious. Because I don't know what any of this does now. This whole thing's a fucking mess. It's a major mess. And plus my setup is, my TV's broken, which is there. So this is why I'm sat sort of side on, staring across a room and keep going out of focus because I've got a lens stuck to my camera. So you're seeing me through an ND filter, which I put on because it's less dark than the one that's built into the camera. And when I film motherboards with it, it seems to reduce a lot of the glare. So, go figure. You know, it's... I have no idea if anything's working. I really don't know. Maybe I shouldn't care. What's that button for? Shouldn't that be... Do you see that button? I'm sure you do. But I'm going to press it. I'm going to find out what that does before I do anything else. I'm going to press that. I'm going to put that window on. And I'm going to press that button before I do anything else. Oh, jeez. You see, this is why you should have done this shit before I started the stream, but instead that isn't there when I'm not streaming. Not that I want to write in it when I'm streaming, I just don't want that fucking button. This is what I mean. I don't get how you see other channels do this, where they just pop into existence with everything set up. It doesn't work that way. Otherwise, you know my email address, because this is the only thing left tied to this mailbox. And a lot of people think this is a fake email, like there's a lot of websites that won't actually accept that email address anywhere. And I can't blame them, because that mail provider's shit, don't use them. I can't remember my fucking password. I was honestly half expecting it to be... I'm just doing this to clean up the window. Oh, for fuck's sake, yeah. I better remember not to do that on my main channel. Oh, the F with the dog squirts. I just want to sit and play some fucking Super Nintendo. That's all I wanted to do. You see, this is why. Now, anyone in the future who didn't see this stream, who comes in when I want to stream something else and goes, you know, like, your fucking setup is like the garbage and shit. You can always just point them at this one, like, right? I will come in and do it. I'll be like, no, you see, because I actually tested this out, so it could have been worse, because we knew in advance I'm rolling a cigarette before I even go any bloody farther. But I'm probably going to play Mario 3, because I want to play it, and so I might as well use it to test this out. And then I might play some Kirby's Dream Course, and then I'm just going to stop streaming for the night, because this is just a test, so it's probably like an hour or so, maybe two, at a push. Nothing magical. If you've got other things to do, I suggest you go and do them, rather than bothering with this. This you can totally skip out on this one. It is going to be rough, and it's going to be awkward, because I'm out of practice for this. what I had not really thought of before is how this All-Stars cartridge actually demos all the different games, and I didn't know that. So do they all run in the same engine then? Like, I always suspected they might, and that kind of hints that they might. Because you think loading all that would probably be a little bit awkward. Yeah, everything seems to be working. I think. This viewing angle's horrible, but, right. But it has been... Put it this way, when I went to do this stream, I had the annual Banjo-Kazooie Stream 5 was left in the boxes. Like, that was what I had in the boxes for it, and so that tells me how long it's been. Oh yeah, then the recommended bitrate, what if I don't do that? It goes fucking grainy, so maybe you want to fix your video encoding there, YouTube. What's the delete button for this? Tell you what, we'll do it that way. It's not like the space limits, is it? I mean, it's a fixed size SRAM. But frankly, it's amazing the battery's still good. This is the... It's never been changed in this cartridge. Like, you do realise this cartridge is now, like, over 30 years old, right? And it still holds a charge. Only Dallas who made the stupid real-time clock modules. I like the big band on this. Like, that's classy. You know, that's Mario's theme. You don't hear that anymore. And Nintendo threw that in the bin, didn't they? No, let's just use the Overworld theme and not even play it right, because they always put the notes in the wrong order. I mean, what was wrong with this? I liked this. That wants to come back. It was good. I'm sure I remember Tom's been in it. Maybe they'll learn. Yeah. That's it. But I am going to... I have plans. Jeez, man, the movement in this game is not how hard it is. It's way more flirty. I think my brain's wired for Sonic or something in my old age. Which is weird, actually, because I was a SNES kid and I probably have played Sonic more on average over the last decade. So I probably have wired myself for Sonic now. But yeah, I'm going to play someday. I am going to get... I'm going to play Zelda again one day, and I'm going to make sure it's not a broken bloody pirate. This is PEX HD Cap 60L. Actually looking at it, doesn't look that nice, does it? I'm quite alarmed how I was playing it by looking at the capture then, and it's delayed by about a second. Yeah, I have a composite to VGA adapter somewhere, but well, I'd say it looks worse, but I'm not sure actually. It might actually look slightly better than this. I wonder if the field order's wrong on this or something. Let me have a look. Let's flip that around, and no, that it was. You see, this is why we do test streams, because now I can fix this when I'm not streaming, like, potentially. Now I know what it's going to do. Like, now I've seen it in operation. It's possible... Alright, Takadon. It's possible that this card can't actually do this at the full 50 frames a second. Can I still do this? I don't need to hold the run button to do this. I always thought I did. Just bounce off him, make things easier. Just give me a couple of one-ups, just because I can. I've got lyrics to this music, and I don't think I'm allowed to sing them on this platform. Oh well, that's me fun ruined. Fine. It is way more flirty, the movement in this, than I remember it being. Oh no! I wanted that. I can't remember what it is, but I want it. If the game's going to give me stuff, I'm not going to say no to it. I have to fix my EverDrive before I can even think of doing Zelda, and that will be a far way down the path, because I've got other things I want to do first. I've definitely got other things I want to do. I have got new games I want to play, and no one's ever going to guess them, and so that's going to be weird. That's going to feel weird, and I probably will live stream those, which is going to be quite jarring to me, in that I'm going to have to put them in widescreen, and I don't have a widescreen monitor. My monitor's still 4:3, and there's hardly any green in it, so it's going to look really magical. How is this looking anyway? This is a good time to check. Yeah. It is a bit jerky, isn't it? I am wondering if this is running progressive mode, if my card is actually doing something it shouldn't be. Should that really be a thing? Yeah, let's have a look at that. See if that fixes things. If we get lines in the picture, then we'll know. I mean, the SNES probably isn't going to be chucking the full resolution out, is it? It's not exactly a high-resolution system. I think that's a little bit better. It might just be that I'm looking at it on the Dell LCD here, and the damn thing has a response time of about 10 yards. So especially for things that move sideways. Yeah, I'm going to say it looks better. Unless you see, like, kerming in it, then it's working. But that probably does mean we're only seeing 25 frames a second. I didn't like that. Probably does mean we're only seeing 25 frames a second. This capture card's a piece of crap. And I could totally have, like, you know, kept an old HD Cap 60, but they're 4-lane, and my motherboard can't take those because MSI just lie about the specs of their products, apparently, so we've only got, like, 2 PCIe lanes there. Of which I can only use one anyway, because I have a GPU installed, and I have an SSD that's wasting lanes. Wait, so it's kerming less for you now? I mean, that makes sense if it's running the interlacing on an interlaced signal, or a progressive signal. Alright, thanks for letting me know that. That tells me what I need to know. I'll look into that. I'll have to see if I can get it consistent, but probably not. And the thing is, now I've done this, I have to spend about an hour brute forcing the card into doing 60 frames a second from, like, VGA again, because it really doesn't like doing that. I didn't miss a coin, did I? No, I want the blue turd's house. Oh, damn you. You stupid game. Why do you have to be so cryptic? Just because I... Those so self-righteous sounding this music thinks it's fucking clever. I don't know why you do this, Mario. You know Peach is never going to put out anyway. It's just a waste of your time. And maybe he's into turd. I can tell. No! Oh no, I've buggered it up now. That's it. I'm not getting the blue turd's house for certain. I'm definitely not. Anyway, I missed that one. This level's rigged. I don't like this level anymore. It sucks. It's the worst. You're killing me, Red Shell. It is a little. I mean, the music in this game's usually... Well, that's a rip-off. Music in this game is usually pretty good. I think of the overworld music, that's probably the weaker one. I wanted the blue turd's house. Of course, this is a scam. Don't prove that. This is where I need some sort of buffer on here so that I can see if... You know what I'm going to do? This is going to sound horrible, so forgive me. But I'll just mute it really fast. Oh, it is a bit... It is a bit crappy looking though, isn't it? Here, let me have a look. let me have a look here. So if I turn that back on, what if I do it as discard? Oh, that makes it worse. What if I do it as... That makes it worse. What if I do it as... No, that definitely makes it worse. And if I do that, it'll go jittery, won't it? Oh, that's binging. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that, I'm afraid. Isn't it? That doesn't surprise me. You see this, I'm no secret in that I've been developing my own system for doing this, so maybe that is something that is going to be increasingly necessary. You fucking turd. That game's got to be rigged. Yeah, we'll leave it this way. I think what I'll do is I might start using an RGB HV adapter. That'd be better anyway, because it means I won't have to change settings on the card every time, because it's really hard to make this card do 60 frames a second. I want the feather really, I'm just using this for variety. Fucking nuclear discos. Nuclear discos. I could see Bowser being into disco. I think that was totally his thing. Before he got into punk, I can say that's what turned him the way he is. He just got sick of hearing discos. I don't want getting these, so I'm not going to use them. I think just a habit more than anything. I'm not actually sure I've ever played the original Japanese release of this. It wouldn't surprise me, because they did like dumbing down games for Westerners. Which as a Westerner I think's fine, because I do generally have better things to do in my life than sit around mastering video games. Whereas the Japanese, it's generally any excuse to procrastinate, so... One thing you don't see with the dodgy video is that every time I go in and out of this cloud world, my broadcast monitor sort of rolls the picture. I don't know why it does that. Like, I assume something changes in the signal, but I don't know why. I've never known about that. Well, that seems good. This game's balanced pretty well, in my opinion, so I think they made the right choice. Mario 1 and 2 are too much unfair crap in them. There's something they got right with this one, and definitely an improvement. Like, out of the catfucker NES games, this is by far, like, the best of the Mario games on it. Which it should be, because it's the third one. So you think, like, third time lucky, they've got to get it right eventually. I suppose arguably it's the fourth, because there's, like, Dirky Panic. I don't know about that. Ah, that isn't what I wanted to press, you div. Okay. I think my memory of this is about to run out, so that... I don't know, because I'm sure, like, the SNES actually has a higher proportion of games than the Sega, for that got, like, tweaks to the resolution and stuff. I wanted to play F-Zero and Stunt Race FX, but... I wanted to play F-Zero and Stunt Race effects. I see you, Takadon. But I don't know where my cartridges are, so we've got this. Ooh. I definitely don't remember the movement being this flirty. It's not bad, actually. It's just, yeah, it's not how I remember it. My memory's broken, apparently. Give me the mushroom now, give it you bastard. Give me the mushrooms now, give me the flowers now, give me the fucking things, you bastard. I'll kick you right in. My brain is rattly to the... It's a thing I do, and people think I'm insane. Because if I don't stimulate my brain with something, it starts to rattle, like, ridiculously, and I start mumbling involuntarily, and even I don't know what I'm on about. Yeah, there are a few changes. Basically, the short version is the SNES version is better. Like, there is no reason to play the original NES one other than curiosity. It looks worse, it handles worse, it sounds worse, it plays worse. You can't save your progress on it. It's just worse. Like, this is the only one you should bother with, really. Well, Nintendo isn't really unique in that they pick shitty CPUs. It's just that the other Japanese console maker happened to be a weird exception. When you look at Japanese computers and consoles, they tend to have grossly underpowered processors. It's just the way they do things, and they're usually some weird architecture that nobody else gives a fuck about. It's just that in this particular market space, we had a Japanese company that tried to westernise in the guise of Sega. I think they realised that Japan was a bit of a puny market, and, it's not most of the world, is it? So if you want to sell a product, you probably want to sell it to most of the world, because that's going to be a higher return, so Sega's design sort of looks semi-westernised. You can tell they're Japanese, that they are, but it's like they tried to make it less Japanese. Otherwise, you run into shit like Japanese personal computers are all a bit odd. I'm just going to grab something here because I think my broadcast monitor's going to overheat, which is my fault. You see, I've had this genius plan when I set this up in a hurry. I'm like, I will put my SNES on top of the broadcast monitor. In hindsight, was a bit of a stupid move. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to borrow the thing off my air conditioner. I'll tell you what, I'll wait until I get to the next world, because I don't think the cartridge slot's great in this SNES. I'll probably crash the game and have to fucking restart. Am I in shot? Doesn't matter too much, I suppose. Gameplay reasons. Excused before it was an 80s design. Yeah, the Game Boy sucks. I don't understand why anyone would bother with that. People are probably going to start thinking I'm some sort of Sega fanboy, which is not the case, because this is a system I grew up on, and this was the system I preferred over the Mega Drive. Very close, I actually consider them even. But I don't get why anyone would buy a Game Boy in a world where the Game Gear existed. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why do you want that whiny little e-book when you can actually have the console games on a handheld in colour? And I think the Game Gears were usually cheaper in the end. There's the thing with the Game Boy, and I've told this before, when it comes to the hardware in it, the first time I played a Game Boy I thought it was broken. I was sure it was broken. I started at Metroid 2 or whatever the hell it was that came in the box. Obviously I got a Game Boy pretty late. And yeah, the noises that came out, I thought there was something wrong with the thing. I was like, this is broken, can I take it back? This fucking mushroom-headed twat. Yes. He's obviously taking some sort of drugs to make himself immune to it. That would be my ideal Mario game, right there. Would be Like, there's no levels or anything. You just have Turd, like, sat with his back to you, playing a Game Boy. You can just hear all the dodgy noises come out. He's playing fucking Perkmon on it, probably. He seems a sort of be into Perkmon. He's just sat there, like, on the edge of a bridge or something. And you just go up behind him, you just kick him in the back. Like, that'd be an ideal. Like, that'd be the best Mario game. And then get to, like, pull the princess's knickers down at the end after all these bloody years. The king has been transformed. Please find the magic wand so we can change him back. Well, no, I think it was better like that. If I sit in that throne, I'm king by default. Yeah, the Game Gear was just sort of a beefed-up Master System. And we spoke about the audio hardware in it, I think, or I at least rambled about it. When I was on about putting a Game Gear-like mode in my PSG-like thing that I want to put in PCs, where I'd figured, you know, I could sort of handle it the same way, but I was like, there's no point really putting that as an exclusive mode. I'll just put a channel duplicate flag instead. Because there's like 2 PSGs in the Game Gear. You can do stereo. But it's quite limited, you can't control each one individually, all you can do is like attenuate one of them so that only one side plays. It's a bit of a shame. No, there's no box on the back of this shit, is there? I don't think there is. Well, if there is, we've lost it now, and what's even going to be in it? Shit. What's even going to be in it? Oh, that was glitchy. Cool. I don't want... Look, I've got the wand. And if I sit in that damn throne, I'm king. This land sucks, but that's alright. Because I don't even want it, but I could totally use it to, like, you know, I don't know, launch an invasion of the next land, and then I can maybe take over that, especially if that king's been transformed as well. I mean, what's he going to do about it? I always thought a little bit of music almost sort of matches the dialogue in the box. Is my volume level off? Yeah, now the Nomad is something that's the last sort of console I want. I'd love to get one. I'm tempted to just make one, to be honest. And just call it the Gurnad. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that actually could work. I'm fairly sure I could do it. Maybe I should. Like, just make my own. I could do it with a steel case. That'd be so impractical. I need to figure out just the volume level on the PSGs. Well, on the real one, it is just like an attenuator. Internally, I can't remember how it works. I know how to tell it what to do, like from a logic perspective, but I'm not actually sure what it's doing internally. PWM, yeah, it's not the only way to produce waveforms, but it's probably one of the most common ways. Volume levels, what you would basically do there, like at least it's how I would do PWM, is you just play a turn, like just of the lowest pitch you've got, or the highest pitch you've got, doesn't really matter which, but the highest pitches are probably going to be a bit quiet, so you probably want the lower pitch. And you actually just attenuate the volume level to do it. You've got 4-bit. It's not really PWM anymore at that point, I suppose. I mean, it sort of is and isn't. But you just... that'd get you 4-bit audio, essentially, because you're just making the attenuator level track the sample. Of course, it sounds quite robotic, but it's... yeah. Greetings. If you see any ghosts, be careful. They will give chase if you turn away. Oh no, ghosts, I'm so scared. How does this princess even survive? I have enclosed the jewel that helps protect you. No, it doesn't. How does it do that? Does it make me invulnerable? No. Does it make me stronger? Well, it's debatable. Princess Toadstool. Yeah, I'm not going to use protection when I get my hands on you. And then my will take over your kingdom. Well, is it a kingdom if it's a princess? We'll take over your domain when you die mysteriously in the night. I don't know anything about this, of course. And then I get even more land grab. This is brilliant. I'm glad we embarked on this. I'm just going to take over all the kingdoms. They will be mine. I'll rename them Plummerland. And I'll have all this dodgy green sewage system ripped out because it doesn't seem to work very well. It actually just seems to be the source of a lot of problems. Ah! I do like that theory about Hazy Maze Cave being like a sewer system. I find that pretty funny. Because I've always had the mind that Princess Peach probably wouldn't be a very nice person. And I could totally see her doing that. You know, the toads come up there. Your Majesty, we've discovered a world inside this, like, oily-looking pit in your basement. Oh, really? A whole different world? Indeed, Your Majesty. And there's strange creatures in it. And, you know, there's all this, like, archaeology and stuff going on. Oh, that sounds delightful. Plumb my toilet into it. But don't you want to explore it? No, not really. I'm sure it's hideous. Just send all of the shit down there. What are they going to do? Can they get back to our world? It doesn't look like it, Your Majesty. Oh, good. Then definitely do it. You know, no one ever considers that aspect of that theory. But I do. I'm on the ball. I know what I'm doing. I know what it's about. Shit. And I'm going in there. Shit. Yeah, I'm not going in there, on it. I meant to do that. Only idiots go in that pipe. Like, only like the dumbest people would... I left that playing on. I'm wasting my bandwidth doing that. Put that screen back on. That'll fix it. Well, Mario coughs from the yellow fumes. If I could probably come out of there with red eye or something, but I mean, being a plumber, he probably does have a higher level of immunity than other people. I was going to do this, wasn't I? I really don't want to bomb this monitor out, because these things are probably really expensive now. Like, I dread to think how much it'd cost me to get another one. Apologies if I crash the game, or if it sounds awful, because I am moving the microphone with this. It's actually sat on the SNES. I'm snagging something though. I'm not... Well, there you go, I just blew your eardrums out, sorry. This is what happens when you don't plan far ahead. Where's that gone? So this is why I'm the best. Like, you know, when it comes to like live streaming, but don't bang into anything. People's ears have been abused enough as it is. When it comes to things like live streaming, there just is no other. That is on quite the same level I am. I am by far the most competent, as is demonstrable. Sorry about this. Mario would shiver. Yeah, like I said, I remember him shivering, but I remember him coughing. Sewer gas is pretty nasty, because I mean, well, put it this way, like, if you mix various cleaning products, there's quite a few of them, with bleach, it produces probably chlorine gas, probably mustard gas. You know, I don't think it's something you generally want to do. So there's two coins there, you can never get the fuckers. Stupid fish. Yeah, I'm fairly sure this is another one of those stages where you can get a blue turnhouse, but I don't think I've ever got this one. Crap! Crap! So, you know, considering in sewers, like, people use, you know, cleaners for, like, baths and sinks, and then they pour bleach in the toilet, and it all goes to the same place, and so that's all going to mix together in the sewer. I blew it. Go on, push me in the wall, then. Oh. And then it all mixes together, and then you get nasty gases in the sewers that you probably don't want to breathe in because you'll die. That's actually an odd thought, how they didn't put the cloud things on. Because I mean, Mario World, they almost look like that. The way like they have the sort of wooden bridge stuff. But Mario World sort of feels like a reprise of this game anyway, in a lot of ways. That need to stop though. I'll just keep going. This is going to get me killed, because I used to be really good at this game years ago. And so, that's where you end up being the worst, is when you play a game that you were really good at, but you haven't played for a long time, and now you suck at it. But your brain hasn't quite realised yet that you suck at the game now, so it still plays like you're good at it. Fuck. That was close. I'll just go over that then. Stupid ghost. Haha. Haha, you're dead, I'm not. I'm Mario, I've got weird powers that let me undie an arbitrary number of times. 60, apparently. Ah, no, but this is a Nintendo game, so you get a game over at 1 rather than 0. Because, I mean, that makes sense. That's a numerical genius right there. Now I get to show this thing who's boss. I don't know where that one is. Shit. Oh, did I get this one or the middle one? Sure on that one, actually. Nah. I remember more than I thought I would. I'll get that from here. It's actually the worst bit in this game is navigating the map. Like, that was definitely a nicer experience in Mario World. I mean, this was a sort of the first one that had it, so you can't expect it to be perfect. I should use these items, because I always forget that I have them in this game. I don't think any of the other ones did this, did they? Like, certainly the first 3 didn't. Mario World, you only had the box at the top of the screen, so... It's obviously a feature they decided they weren't going to bother keeping. I keep mentioning that now, Mario World, and that's got me thinking, it's actually sort of weird how it has the cape in it. Because when you get this, like, raccoon turtle, it basically just breaks the game. Like, you can fly over a lot of the levels, you don't have to worry about anything anymore. And so you'd think that Nintendo would have been like, geez, that's way too powerful, we shouldn't have put that in, and then not done it again. And instead they gave us the cape, which was even more powerful. Oh no. And then in response to that, you know, then they finally figured it out that it was too powerful, and they gave us the shitty fucking red cap in Mario 64, which is gimped to all hell and doesn't last 5 minutes, and is just generally sort of crappy to control. I don't want coins. I only want your coins when you're threatening to give me, like, a blue turd house. The rest of the time, they're shit. They offer me nothing. Only losers can collect coins. Only my mother collects coins. My mother times out in this game because she collects coins. She doesn't play this game anymore, thankfully. Something. It's too happy. I might put Kirby on in like a world or two. I just might. Diane is smelly. Diane is smelly. Oh no, yeah, no, it's the sun. Get Ben. I was pressing the button. This thing's rigged. Fine, I'm taking that with me. Yeah, what are you going to do about it, evil son? I'm too fast for you. Maybe not. That didn't happen. That was, I think what happened there was like there was a problem. There was a problem somewhere until just now, actually. It went a bit longer than I was going to say it did. Well, I think some other stream must have, like, interfered. And you didn't get to see my awesome playing in that time. You got to see someone else playing it rubbish. But my voice was still on, like, the audio channel from mine was, like, still... I don't know. Yeah, Cruelalityville, not Cruelalityville. That was unbelievably irritating to her though, like, she should have never let me know that. No! Oh, damn! I want my 5-up, damn it! She should have never let me know that it annoyed her as much as it did. Driving the car. What an idiot! Why do people have to drive so ridiculously? Cruelalityville, Cruelalityville, Cruelalityville. Those aren't even the words! At first you probably think her name's Cruella. And actually that's probably 'cause it is. Don't look like Cruelalityville! You just said Cruella. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. So her name is Cruella then. Oh, that works. Usually when I got to this stage I had a raccoon tail, so yeah, I guess I'm playing it different to the... Unless there's one in there. Excuse me? That's got to be leftovers from the bloody SNES, hasn't it? Smell the bloody cat piss from here. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta quit when you're ahead. Yeah, I'm not as good at this game as I used to be, is it? Is what I'm gathering here. Hey you, I'm gonna mug you. Give me your stuff right now. Oh, screw you. Like, I'll technically win. I should get double the items for that, because that was that was rigged from the start. He's probably left it. Now in Charlie Brindle, he's probably left it. Now in Charlie Brindle, he's probably left it. When no one else would never think to... When no one else would never think to look at Mala. It's got to have the words. It's got to finely crafted by the best lyricists. And that item's totally useless. When I was a kid, I didn't even notice that the music box stopped things moving on the map. And I just thought that I honestly just thought that it was a fucking change the music thing. Like, oh, I don't like this music, I'll put some other music on. And so I didn't understand why it didn't work inside levels. That's alright, that's broken. It was also when little me learned about... Shit! Shit! Yeah, whereas over here, you know, it was just weird to see a NES at all. I mean, my brother had one, but I didn't know anyone else who did. Yeah, they really sort of failed the marketing here. So you do realise you've sort of got to sell units, you're going to charge more than your competitor, you're probably going to have to, like, give the customer something. Not like, here, have a shitty light gun game nobody actually wants to play. It's like, fuck, you do realise, like, Sega have Alex Kidd in the box, right? You do realise, like, Sega have, like, Super Hang-On in the box, right? And their console's cheaper. Like, you might want to, like, maybe pull your finger out. Here's Super Mario Brothers. Like, what, the first one? Dude, it's like 1987. You could put something better in there by now. So, gee, people now, and I am going to make a video about the Master System one day, and just how dominant the damn thing was. And just how amazing Sega were in that decade, because you'll never see that again. I don't think people realise, like, just how insane that is. You had this company coming in who have one third-party developer, so really they're doing this on their own, and they're actually taking on Nintendo and beating them. And that isn't something that you're ever going to see again, I don't think. Nobody gave a fuck about the NES until James Rolfe appeared on the internet. It was regarded as a sort of, well, that had to happen, but it wasn't very good, let's leave it in the history books somewhere. And then, of course, that fucking dork turned up, and I don't blame the guy, it's not his fault. You know, it's not like he knew what would happen. And it was, oh wow, I've got to get one of those, it's the best, look at this. It's like, no, not really. Wasn't even regarded as being that great in its fucking time. And in my country, we generally thought it was garbage, because it didn't offer anything. See, why is this shape? It's like an enticing sort of shape. It makes me think that there's something in there. Ah, get Ben. Stupid girl. You suck, girl. You... All that for a fucking coin. You wanted me to throw it down that one, I can tell by the shape of it, so I threw it down this one. I don't know, I think those other people were just friends of James Rolfe's, weren't they? So they only came on the scene sort of through him. I don't really know these people. They're all the same insufferable wannabe sort of Hollywood types. Well, they're not Hollywood types, but they sort of wannabe, you know? Never really had much patience for them. James Rolfe, I don't know if it's just the character he plays, but it always baffles me how he knows so little about the things he's talking about. You know, he's astounded by, like, this wall wart that's the same voltage and everything works. Who would have... It's like, you don't have to... Like, are you playing dumb or are you just that dumb? I really don't know. I just don't know. I mean, of course, it's going to appeal because the general population is pretty dumb, you know, let's be honest. It's only a 2-up, but I'll take it. Anything I can get off this bloody scam merchant. Stupid turd. Do I want to use the hammer or do I want to save that for the next world? Because I'm sure I'm going to... I'm going to use it. I'll take it. We'll go kick this guy's head in. I think these are actually the muggers though. They're sort of like highwaymen or something. They're just waiting by the side of the way to beat you up. Oh great, another warp whistle. That's really useful to me in this playthrough where I'm not going to use warp whistles. I'm totally going to remember that I can't even remove it from my fucking inventory. Who says you make the rules, turd? Because I don't think that's how this works, buddy. In fact, I've decided I make the rules, and what are you going to fucking do about it? Well, this is rigged. Stupid mushroom-headed jerk. Yeah, I wanted to make a spoof of it once called The Angry Video Game Noob, but I never got round to it. I was actually weighing up whether I could hire his music guy, because I don't think he'd car, I think he'd just do it for the money, regardless. I mean, they don't... Because of the things that they covered, they couldn't really get mad at somebody spoofing them, and I don't think they would. I don't know, but they don't seem the sorts who would. You know, I think they'd just pay it no attention. I don't think they'd really care one way or the other. Whatever. Ow. So we've now made the Koopas blue and not actually Koopas, but then what is the point in that stupid mechanic if it's not going to do anything? Fine, it's not going to anything down here. That's good, I want to be small, so... I don't like this level anymore, this level's rubbish. Yeah. Yeah, they might be Buzzy Beetles, but mechanically they're basically just Koopas. They're half height and blue. Like, they work exactly the same way. I mean, they're not mechanically the same as bloody Karibos, because they just die, whereas these have a shell, so... I would be surprised if these actually just use the same code. I mean, you know, why wouldn't they? They probably have the same number of animation frames. Isn't this the one where you really can't get all the coins, like, no matter what? Like, whatever you try here, you're not getting all of the coins. It's just not going to work. Tika-taka, 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 pika-paka, pika-paka, tika-taka, tika-taka. Eat your taka, you're a whacker, da-da-da. So that annoys me. If I had OCD, this bonus room would really piss me off. And that's a good point. They can drop from the ceiling. I forgot about that, and they do that here. Yeah, that was... Oh, damn it. I like this, how to avoid soft-locking the player, they just rely on the fact that the game doesn't store anything that you've done off-screen. Is it? I wonder where it actually digs the level data from that it's supposed to be there then. Like, that must be, like, out of the ROM. Because otherwise, surely you could just modify the level that's loaded into RAM to not put it there. Which, yeah, that must be the case. I mean, it's written for the NES. I don't imagine that thing had a lot of RAM. Yeah, that was probably hardly... I've already said that to me, it's like barely a step above the Atari, so I doubt it has that much. But it's probably very tight. That's probably a heck of a lot of the stuff in here is for that. By the way, you know my YouTube preview thing? I'm still back on the airship for the previous world. Either that or it's the future and it's the one I'm about to go on. That would be pretty dodgy. See, now I'm trying to remember if they drop off the ceiling in Mario World. I'm sure I remember one of them doing it. I'm sure I remember them doing it, but maybe a false memory. I do have that cartridge right there. I can test it out. I mean, we've been going, what? OBS don't have a timer. I'm going to say I've been doing this about an hour, and so I'll switch game after this world. But I'll have a quick look between that, and I'll see. Because unless the battery's died, I should have all the worlds open in that second. I don't know what that noise was. I don't know if you heard that. That was... I kept hearing that when I was recording as well. I reckon that there's a bad powering on something. Diane, she's smelly. Diane, she's smelly, doesn't wash her pits. Don't wash them too much because you'll smell worse. The stinkiest people I have ever met are people who shower constantly. Because if you meet someone who never bathes, like, yeah, they smell really unpleasant. They smell like dirt. They smell like sort of body odor. But their body isn't really secreting very much anymore. It doesn't really need to, because whatever it's secreting as far as oils and that go, isn't really been washed away, is it? And your body's sort of rigged to not really spend that many resources it doesn't need to. You know, this is why animals don't come and bite you and stuff, is the same reason. Just nothing in nature is really rigged to waste energy, especially living organisms, because life is really just competition for resources when you break it down. So you don't want to use them up needlessly, and so, you know, yeah, they stink, but if you just shower constantly, your body starts to overcompensate and it produces loads and loads of oils and stuff. And plus you start to look crap, your skin and your hair goes bad, and then you start to really stink. Because your poor body's working overtime to make up for you abusing it like that. So yeah, I don't smell that bad, because I bathe maybe once or twice a week, depending on what I'm doing. And you just don't really smell that much. You don't use loads and loads of soap, and use a little bit. Yeah, I don't use shampoo, you know. Yeah, see, that savings I make every time I go and buy, like, toiletries. No shampoo. Always get washed in coal tar. Super Mario Brothers 3 on the nose. Well, if it loads the entire level into RAM, then it didn't need enemies to recur off screen, because it could just modify the level layout to not have them. Greetings, you can stomp on your enemies using Kariba's shoe. I told you they were called Kariba's. I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. Here she goes with this bullshit again. But it's not. It's a puff of bloody water vapour. Peach, you can't fool me. This isn't how it's going to work. This is Toadstool. And they've blonded her in this as well. She's not Ginger anymore. This was on the transitional point when they did this. I resent that they stopped her being Ginger. I liked her being Ginger. But she is ripping me off. Jewels. You know, why don't you give me that red one that's in your crown? You know, if you care that much, Peach, if you want me to come and rescue you, you better pay me. And if you're not going to pay me in pussy, you better pay me in bloody riches, so I can go and pay for that somewhere else. We're being screwed over, basically, is what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know the internals of these games. New Zealand, New Zealand. I'm going to switch game now. But I will complete this on stream, like some other time, because I've started it. So it is a thing I will do. I'm not just going to drop the game here and not come back to it. I'm going to go for maybe another hour. And then I'll consider this done. Like, nothing seems to be going wrong. And I'm really surprised that the fans are roaring like hell on the i5. OBS actually runs way better on this thing than it does on the i5. On the Xeon, unless I start messing with things like cropping and then it goes to hell and back. Spider webs in there. I ain't got spiders have I? I don't want to be squishing spiders. I can't get my finger in there. It's too thin. Get a lolly stick. Anybody home? Nah, that's an abandoned web. Nothing living in there. Bits of trash out my mice cage in there. That's how long it is. I don't have pet mice anymore. So that's how long that's been. It's not the first time. Now this is a European SNES. So it looks like the Japanese one, but it runs at 50 Hz. So I'm not going to sit and play through this or nothing. I'm just going to check Buzzy Beetles, because I said I would. I'll play Kirby for a bit after this. This level has Buzzy Beetles in it. No, I'll be an hard best and I'll go in with no items. There's the bastards. Yeah, this is how I remember the movement been in Mario 3. It's actually significantly different. So this game has way better movement. This was a real step forward. Probably sped him up because of Sonic. That's probably the reason. I think around Halloween I might have to play that Poltergeist game on the Mega Drive. Well, it doesn't look like a fantastic game or anything. No, I wanted to drop that, not throw it. Well, it looks pretty awful, really, but I might have to try playing that. Yeah, no, the movement in this game is so much better than that one. Like, it's not even funny. I don't see ceiling Buzzy Beetles. I'm sure I remembered them being in this game. I was certain of it. What I might be thinking of is spiny shells, those red ones. Because they sort of climb around on all surfaces, don't they? That's probably what I'm doing. Well, now we know. I can't remember the last time I took the lame, normal exit in this. Oh, stick to the ceiling. Ow, that'll serve me right. Actually, I was kicking him. He shouldn't do that, should he? Because I'm fairly sure if you keep biffing them, then it actually counts as immobilising them again. I think so. Well, that... Ah, because of the hole. Mario World. It's a fair point, actually, yeah. Because the Japanese release of this, I was, yeah. Yeah, this is the older game. I'm going by the British release date, so they're a lot closer together, as far as I remember. I might be wrong on that. Yeah, these are the bastards. Yeah, these are probably what I'm thinking of. Oops. You know, it isn't very big, this screen. That doesn't matter anyway. I want to play on Kirby. Yeah, there was a lot of people insisted the SNES can't do fast scrolling. A lot of people thought it couldn't do parallax scrolling, which I always thought weird, because it's not like there was any shortage of games that featured it. So I really don't know. I wish this thing would run at bloody 50 frames a second, you know. It's pretty annoying. I almost wonder if it's because of my stream running at, if it's from my stream running at, like, 60. I should have probably changed that. I don't think there's anything I can fix here for this. I mean, the card sees 50. Let me have a look. Try doing that. See what that does. It might be a little bit shaky, but it might. Yeah, this thing's reset all my settings, and I'm not going to be able to change these while I'm in a stream. So I know for next time, I can probably actually get around this and actually get full speed. But I'm not going to be able to do it this time. Yeah, you see, F-Zero is what I always think of as a launch title, and that game is brilliant. I just don't know where my cartridge is. It'll turn up again. It's probably in the other box with, like, the Atari shit or something. It probably fell out of this one. The box this gets kept in stacked a bit overly high. I did just take the PS1 out of it, actually, because that's long dead. It doesn't need to be in there. You put that in the busted stuff box with the Saturn, because it probably doesn't work. I'll give that a go at some point. Probably get it to go again. Not sure if that's worse or not. Let me know if that looks bad, and I'll go and set it back how it was. Yes, Kirby, stupid pink ball bastard. Members? Cool, I want to play with members. Preferably my own. Oh yeah, there we go. I'll beat myself to it. We'll start a new game. Well, I can't use that again, can we? Because we've already done it once. Well, they say 50 Hertz runs slower, but I'm not totally confident in this. A lot of games actually do compensate for it. There you go, it's like a pair of eyes, this. Like it's eyes, like they're watching over you while you're playing some fucking golf and stuff. That's totally what it is. Don't let anyone tell you it's anything different. Well, last time we went into the realm of rocketry, because, you know, I am, like, quite into, like, space flight and stuff, as well as, like, you know, just regular sort of, like, flight in the atmosphere. So, look, it's cartoon googly eyes. It's totally innocent. I don't know what you think it is. But yeah, no, there's... The SNES actually seem to be really good at it. On the SNES, usually I can't notice much of a speed difference. On the Sega Mega Drive, it's a little bit... There are some games that run way slower. There's quite a lot that do offset. Sonic 3 offsets it, and if you put a switch on the console, like a mode switch, you actually pick up on it. Because if you switch while the game's running, it won't compensate for it anymore. So you can actually get the game to run faster by doing that. By starting a console in PAL mode and then flicking to NTSC. Oh no! That's too little. I'm compensating for delay that doesn't exist. See, last time I played this, I was looking at it through the capture card where it runs over a second behind. There's only so much tea in the land of China. It's a pretty neat feature, though, that you can draw, like, your member avatar. It's a bit risky, I suppose. I've got to stop doing that, man. It's a bit risky, I suppose, because, I mean, people probably would abuse it by drawing, like, rude things or something. I'm not sure Nintendo really thought that one through. It is possible to hole-in-one this. I have done it. It's just really, really difficult. Thing is, this is a game that is genuinely annoying to lose at. Because it comes off as so juvenile and so happy that when you look at it, you think, wow, this game is going to be, like, so easy. You know, it's going to be just a fun time. We'll play some bouncy pink rubber golf. What could possibly ever go wrong with that? I mean, that's... You know, even kids can do it. It's clearly a kid's game. And then it ends up kicking your ass, and it's really annoying. Whatever I do here, it's going to be wrong. Now I am gonna press the stupid fucking buttons. Knock this bastard out. I'm still going a bit too quick on the buttons. Yes, yes, keep going, Carby. That's enough. That can, it's doable. Oh, what a salvage. It's just storing like a 1-bit image. It's actually like cheaper than storing Japanese characters. That makes sense. Yeah, no, I could totally see that. Can't remember how to hole-in-one this one, I'm just going to do it this way. Potatoes, love. Oh no, it's actually easy. My gravy, love. Tomatoes and potatoes and peas. Shit. Oh, my score's gonna suck. What was it on about? About, like, you know, when you used to be good at a game and you now suck at the game and it's really... You know, if you've got friends and you don't want them anymore, like, you just get up one day and you go, you know, those friends I've got, I want to get rid of them. Play this game in multiplayer mode, and you won't have them for very long. Like, they'll go away. It makes them go away. Because you hate each other very quickly. After a few minutes on this, get into... There we go. Because it starts out innocently enough. You know, you try and win. But then you realise that you can be a jerk to the other player and steal their stars and knock them off the course. And you go, oh, I didn't mean to do that. But in the end, you get a little bit cocky and it becomes so obvious that you did it on purpose that there's no real denying it, so you don't deny it, you just sit there. And yeah, you start to not like each other and you don't talk to each other anymore. But because you're the one who owns a SNES, you know, you get to... You technically win. It's like, what are you going to do? Go and sit on your own MERP and play some Kirby's Dream Course. Oh, that's right. You don't own the SNES, I do. So I'll play it on my own, and you can go and stare at paper or something. It's just the winning solution. Yeah, this one's hard to hole in one as well. This is another one of those rare things, though, where this is such a blatant fucking weeb game. I should hate it. You know, it's weeby, it's cutesy, it's Japanesey. You son of a whore, I'm in the fucking hole. You play as this stupid pink ball thing. The bloody user interface is pink. Actually, it looks a little bit like my new channel graphics. I maybe shouldn't bash on it that much. You know, I should hate this, and somehow I don't. I think this... It's ripping me off now. It's not even hiding that it's ripping me off. But these things happen, you know. It's like, I really shouldn't like this thing, but I do. I mean, that was Mirror's Edge, you know. I should really hate that thing, and somehow I do. Budget Games released it. I'm sort of vaguely aware of an accessory like that, but I'm not sure if it's the same one. It's the Neponut music. Knows that there is one and it's another. Tell me, how can there be Neponuts if nobody's not? Never seen one, and how can now never be no Neponuts in the Neponut zone? Everybody knows there is a Neponut in the Neponut zone. Everybody knows that there is one, and it's over there. Tell me, how can there be one? There is one. No, there isn't. I definitely have lost my skills at this. I like that sound effect. I actually think that should play every time something goes bloody wrong in my life. That'd be brilliant. We have that hooked up for a CPU failure messenger. I'm throwing ash at my desk and I've got an ashtray right there. You know why I'm doing that? Because every time I use a fucking ashtray, you see how it's empty? Because it doesn't matter where you put them, they fall over, they go over, the lid comes off, and you end up with it all over your fucking floor. So I have decided I'm not using ashtrays anymore, and I'm just going to throw it on my desk. Until at some point, what I'm going to do is I reckon like a 2-inch pipe bracket will probably go around that, and I'll put it on my sodding wall, and good luck with it falling over then. I didn't think of that when I drew that. Oops. Oh man, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Hey look, I got bronze. If you polish it enough, it kind of looks like gold, so as long as the guy who got gold isn't around here, maybe we can convince people. Wipe your bum, wipe your bum, wipe your bum, it's fun. Wipe your bum, wiping your bum, wiping your bum is fun. Makes you happy now every day when you hear it plop in the loo. And it always will make you smile when you're having a poo. Flush the bog, flush the fucking bog. Yeah, no, I think February. I think February is when I'm going to break out those new games, I reckon. So I reckon I will, maybe this month, just sort of hurriedly finish these, like this and Mario 3 on stream, because I've started it now, so... And I don't like starting something and not finishing it. And then I'll break out the new stuff. That's the plan. I mean, I don't run on a schedule, as we know, so you know that's take that with like an entire spoonful of bloody salt. Bastard. I like that attention to detail, how it changes the noise, like when you change power. You can just tell autists made this game. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Just that it is quite obviously a game that was made by a bunch of Japanese autists. I said before, I got a lot of time for autists, so if I want to know something about something, they're generally the people I want to find, because they'll know bloody everything about the subject, and they'll know correctly about the subject as well. They won't tell me a load of bullshit. Howdy there, Sigil. Yeah, it's Kirby's Dream Course. This is a nothing in particular stream, it's a I'm making sure things bloody work type stream. Isn't that the same thing that Super Mario Kart uses? I hate that game. I'm never playing that. That's not happening. I'll make it through there. Oh wow, cancel the sound effect there. Come on. Speed! Speed! Yeah, you see, what I gotta do, because the interface and everything's all changed again, I figured I better do a test stream before I try and do anything proper. So I've got all of this month to finish this game and finish Mario 3 just because I've started them. And then next month, I'm going to play some brand new stuff on stream, while I'm going to be running old stuff pre-recorded, probably Broken Sword or Atlantis, it's looking like. This is a suboptimal way of doing this course, I'm sure, but... Hold on a second. I think that's what I want. I don't know. Oh, a little bit underpowered. See, it's times like that where you can tell I didn't used to be terrible at this game. I do mean it when I say I used to be actually pretty decent at this. Oh, that's rigged though. It's cheating me. Yeah, Shadow Warrior. A couple of parts left in that, I think. Duke Nukem 64 is set to finish later today, actually. That has been and went. If I go in there, it's no advantage to me, is it? I doubt I'll be able to do this one particularly well. I'll try anyway. Jeez, oh, that is rubbish. Go on then, Kirby, you pink fool down the... Just because I can. Duke Nukem 64 is such a mixed bag. I can't figure out why they got rid of sliding doors, because I can see no reason the engine can't do it, and I'm convinced it's just a stylistic choice, considering they got rid of a bunch of rotating sectors, but there's plenty of other rotating sectors, so the engine can clearly still do it. So what did you remove this for then? Like, was there any need to remove it? A lot of it, I think, was just them wanting to say they'd had their fingers in the game and nothing else. I don't have a Game Boy Advance, so that ain't gonna happen. I don't really know much about it. Well, and it's on Game Boy Advance. That's all I've got. So, can never see what the day cannot. No, never be the happiness in the happiness zone. Everybody knows that there's an happiness in the happiness zone. This game's too fun though. It's proof that you can make a game that looks bloody sissy and stupid, and it actually be brilliant. You know, this game should suck by all accounts. Everything about it says that it should suck, and yet it doesn't. Just I got silver in there, isn't it? Well, of course it had a Doom port. Everything got a Doom port. Except the Nintendo 64. I refuse to accept that that's Doom. Like Doom 64. That should have just been its own bloody thing. And that's another one where I thought there was something wrong with it when I started it because of the noises that came out. Now I'm going to try and pretend I'm not going over the side on this because I know it's going to happen. I'll try to make it not happen, but it's going to happen. Yeah, that's the thing though, it's one of my favourite games, and it really shouldn't be. Like, everything about it sort of comes off like, wow, I should really hate this thing. And yet I don't. It's somehow awesome. It's just fun. Even though I'm not really that good at it anymore. Oh no! I mean, it never really... As much as I yell things about this is rigged, it never actually does feel like the game's fault when you sort of suck at it. It always does feel like you fucked it up. God damn it. But again, it totally feels like my fault. Now, Doom 64, I thought it was pretty trashy. I mean, I didn't like the original anyway, but Doom 64 is just, what the fuck is this? Well, geez, I was expecting a second-rate FPS, not whatever this is, you know. Like, it's one thing I like with Duke Nukem 64 is the fact it has no bloody music in it, because they could have messed it up like they did either the PlayStation or Doom 64. I can't remember the best route to take around this level, you know. Well, I don't suppose it matters. Not playing seriously, I'm just having fun here, so I'm still being too fast on the buttons. Ah, that's alright. So I want jumps, or do I want electrics? Well, I don't know actually. Given my track record, we'll go with electrics. I didn't think that through. I really didn't think that through. I did at least expect to hit the arrow. No, because to me that wasn't ambient. To me the noises in Doom 64 was, oh geez, the cartridge is dirty, followed by, oh geez, I didn't realise I was watching an episode of Foghorn Leghorn. And it's that little ding, 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 ding. It's like Wile E. Coyote or something's just been smashed in the head with a lump of bloody mesa. Yeah, Kirby does start to look quite tired as you play this. He probably is actually taking a brain. And I suppose he's a little bit like a Perkmon or something, so I don't actually feel that bad for him. You know, cutesy Japanesey creatures sort of need their asses kicking. You see, it would have been better with the electrics, I was right. I mean, now the poor tree's getting beaten. didn't even do anything to us, and it's getting a bloody brain. That's probably too sharp an attack. Ah, I got it. I salvaged it. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's not even input randomisation. It's just like if the game didn't work very well, it would feel like the game's fault. Like if I try sending him a certain way, and the physics were really bad, and so he ended up glitching through objects and bouncing in random directions. But if I bounce him in a rail somewhere at an angle, if I chip him into it like that, which I'm actually going to do, then I know what it's going to do. It's predictable. So if it doesn't work, it feels like my fault, because it is, because I screwed the shot up. You know, it's not the game being like, haha, no, my physics suck. It's like, no, you took a bad shot. I deal with it. You suck at the game, get better. I feel like I could have hole-in-one this somehow, but apparently I'm not good enough. My skills suck. Yeah, I never played Quake 64. Didn't own many N64 games. They were bloody expensive. And I wouldn't have spent money on that because I didn't like the PC version. In Quake 2, I took that out of its box for the PC version and played it once and put it back in the box, and it's still in there somewhere in my room. All these years later, it's never been back out since that day. Yeah, this game can make you mad. I was actually a while back talking about how you can destroy friendships with this. If you've got friends and you don't want them anymore, put the multiplayer mode on, and it'll make them disappear really fast. You just won't see them anymore. I didn't mean to knock you off the course. It's stuff. I didn't mean to do that. And then you stop covering it up and just... But I concluded that it's okay. Because I own the SNES, and they don't. So I get to play Kirby's Dream Course, and they get to sit in the corner depressed somewhere. So it seems fine to me. Alright, this requires precision here, this one. Oh, the bloody heads-up display's in the way. There we go. Your modern puzzle, I'm just sort of picturing the physics you see in those Facebook ads for you can't beat this, you know, only like 1% of players have ever won at this piece of shit game that we've come up with. That probably doesn't exist because it's probably just fishing you or something. You know, I think there might be puzzles in those modern games I said I want to play, but they're definitely not mobile to your shit. Ah, come on, more speed! I need speed! Speed and power! Come on, do it! Alright, might require another pass here. I'm not letting this go again. You son of a bitch! I could have hole-in-one that totally, and you'd... All in the land of Tennessee, I don't know. This is Kirby's Dream Course, not Marble Madness. But yeah, I don't know if there is any physics in these games. I'll find out, I suppose. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be weird. Like, it's years since I played anything brand new. So, you know, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I can't remember if this course can be hole-in-one. The likelihood of me being able to do it anyway is pretty much zero. I mean, this isn't going to get me anywhere. I can't really go over there. I don't think this maybe I can chip him in against the arrow bar. minute. I think he'll skate over the hole, but we'll give it a go. Oh no. Oh, it's going to let me in the water, isn't it? Go on, get on land. That's it. Oh no, it's fine. Oh, mind people writing comments, that's what the box is for. Yeah, I have beat this game with like all golds before, but I think at some point I erased it or the cartridge didn't want to start up and I lost my save data, which is fine. I'll just sit and play through it again one day and get good at it again. I have no gripes with playing this game again. I'm quite happy to do that. Oh yeah, well, you see, this is what I was on about. The game looks juvenile and stupid, and it really isn't. Like, it is... It's a challenge. It's as much a challenge as you want it to be. I'm going to land in the water here on purpose, because otherwise I'm never going to finish this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. See if I can slow him down there. There we go. Can at least get off this hole. I was never very good at this one. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's doable. I know it's got to be doable because I've done it before. Like, that's the thing. It's the thing I mentioned a few times in this stream is when you used to be really good at something. And then you're not good at it anymore. You know, I was great at this game. You come back and play it and find out that now you suck at it, and it's actually quite frustrating. Oh, dang it. I sort of wanted that water on, I think. Well, I screwed that one up. I definitely done screwed that one up, but that's fine. There's an happening, there's an happening, it's something that... You know, I guess the yellow guys sort of do look a bit like the Nephites, but yellow. Maybe that's where the lyrics came from. That looks a bit far. If I just drive that really... Well, we can go for it. We can try. Bit early on the button. Bouncing around as much as I can. Yeah, I think because I am slacking off for the next couple of weeks, I probably will just play this in my own time and try and get my skills back. Because I actually do kind of want to just max it out again. Oh, I'll probably go like another course or two on this, I think, before I pack it in for the night. I don't think I'll get to the end of the game. I don't think there's that many wilds in it. But it'll probably kick my ass, because I think the difficulty starts ramping up more now. See, I know this is the thing, like I've said before, I never really played any Kirby games other than this one. Like, this is really about the only one I know about. And it was just, I don't know, I think it was like birthday or Christmas or something, sort of mid-90s somewhere. And it's just, oh, we've got enough left for like a SNES game. Like, pick one out of the bin, you know, and it's going through there, and it's, well, I'll get that one. It looks the most decent out of what's in here. I'm not sure if I like it or not. It was on sale or something, so it might be alright, might not. Give it a go. And yeah, it actually turned out to be really good. Problem is, when I look it up, there's all this NES stuff, and I ain't played... There is the N64 ones. There's at least one of them on N64, I could give that a go. How do you do this one? Doesn't this actually involve... If I do that... So I am brand new at this, like, you know, you can see it's... These things happen. You can tell I used to be decent at it. And the skills have gone somewhere. Those have gone down the bloody hole. Lost to history. That's where it is. What? That's where it was. Alright, that one wasn't totally my fault. That was misleading perspective, but there's not really anything I could do about it. I mean, you try and make a two-dimensional world look sort of quasi-three-dimensional. It's just the nature of the beast. You know, it's far preferable to it just been top-down. That would kind of be a bit lousy. Is this how I want to do this? Oh no, I've buggered it up. Never mind. Never mind. It doesn't matter so much. Yeah, there's a lot of movies and games. There's a lot of them that everyone else seems to have bothered with that I just never got round to. I think a lot of it is just that there's always one of those people who prefer being outside. You know, you'll... On this channel, you'll probably notice come summer that, you know, there'll be this massive sort of gap in things because I just won't be in the house. So when I sod this, I'm going outside. You know, I don't want to be in here. The weather's nice. I'm off out on my bike. I'm going to go 10 miles into the middle of nowhere and not come home all bloody day. So close. Not doing terrible. I mean, I haven't game overed yet, so there is that. Oh no, this one. Yeah, no. Do I want to tornado this from the start, or do I want to save it for... In a world of tea and cheese. Ow! There's a little teapot, short and stout, and it smells like trout. Perfectly safe, totally recommend that. This worked so well for me last time, I'm going to do it again. That really isn't what I wanted, but I don't know what else I was going to go for. Well, I was just saying I hadn't died yet. That's fixed me, hasn't it? That's alarmed me. Hopefully I can get another one of them tornadoes. Because you really kind of need your items in these courses. Don't even show me the score for that. I don't want to see it. I just pretend that never happened. Ah, this one, I don't think this works like the other one. I don't think, because I think the crystal one, like when you do that, you'll slide down, but I think with this, you don't. I think if I use the hedgehog, damn it. Oh no. I think if I use this one, it just sticks me to the side. We'll find out, I suppose. And that'll teach me to try and be clever. You know. This is what happens. Or is this one less sticky, actually? No, it's more sticky. Okay, my placement there was bad, but I can stop myself with this, so that's what we'll do. Full speed. I don't know, because I don't think it was entirely Sonic's look. Like, it was just kind of a 90s thing. You saw it all over the place. So I'm not really sure where that one started. I mean, even then, you sort of saw it in arcade games and that, like, before then. I mean, jeez, I was on about, like, Super Hang-On and stuff, wasn't I? Stuff like that. I think that one didn't. There was one of them in that style, where it was on a grid. Like, same sort of, like, mechanics, but that went wrong. That went dreadfully wrong. Apparently, I don't remember how to do this one, then. What I can really do here is go full power and hope for the best. What I'll do, I'll stop myself there, and it's a straight line at least. Can salvage it, it's not the end of the world. Oh, now he stops instantly. Now he doesn't skip, right. I'm gonna press it just for variety. Gotta have the variety. I mean, they took the time to put all the different sound effects for you falling down the hill. You know, it's certainly polite. They take the time to appreciate it. Ah. Ah. Oh, the speed! Oh no, not the speed. No, the speed, I said. The fucking speed? You know, sometimes things just don't go to plan. No, there's nothing of it. Yeah, but do I want the frosty power-up? Because I don't know what the next stage is. I might not want this. This might end up fucking me over. Damn it. That is so, like, delicate. I don't know how far I'm going to go with this one in this stream. But look, at least I get the depth of music. And I did want the snare then. I did want Mr. Frosty. You see, I know what I'm doing. I'm like... Oh. Oh, no. No, don't do this to me. I can't win here. that was that was a full-on brain. I mean, it's not really the best, but I don't really see much else in what I can do there. I'm like bouncing back into the crystal dude. I'm sure they have names in this. I don't know what they are. I've never known. Just a bloody inch too short. I've never had that problem before. That's new to me. That's completely unknown territory. Oh, that looks like it'll work. Not vouch for whether it actually will, but it might. No. Deflected too far. Didn't give it quite enough power. Yeah, Kirby got, like... In all honesty, it probably should have took multiple lives off me for that one. That was, I do like the music you get when you fall off the course in this. Yeah, when I was, and again, there's attention to detail, because like if you go off it with the umbrella sort of like breaks. Like you don't just fall like off the screen. No, the umbrella gives a. So the people who made this card, you know, they actually put the time in on it. They put the effort in. Yeah, I'm just bronzing my way through everything. This blows. I wonder what's overwritten my skills at this game, and now I wonder what am I overwriting by trying to get them back? Like, what am I going to try to do at some point and not be able to do because I played this? This is one, when I was on about, like, hole-in-one's been dodgy. Because you can hole-in-one this, it is doable, I've done it. But, oh man, the amount of tries it takes. I think it's this one anyway, it's something laid out like this. It's a very complicated process. Should I be pressing that? Because I'm going to bounce, aren't I? Well, what did I say about the overboard music? The music's straight back on cue. Everyone's having a great time but me. They all get invited to the party. You didn't. How's that sort of feel about it? You know, some old games convey really well. Oh wow, it leaves him in his. Oh no! I didn't know that would jam him in that animation though. I don't think this one's doable like, from here. Give it a go, but I think I'm just going to fall right back down to the bottom. I was hoping I could land him on the flats. Sort of. That might actually be gettable. If I just get the power right on it. Might be good enough. Yes. I thought it did have some animations on it in the bottom there. I'm sure it changed to like him looking grumpy if he got bashed by something. I'll find out. I'm bound to get hit by something again at some point, so we'll see it then. Oh, what a fucking shot. I've got this in the bag. This is so in the bag that it's not even funny. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me be cocky here. I noticed that on the ground and I'm like, why is that there? I can't bother to move it. And now I'm glad it was there. Now I'm pleased. That's why it was there. It was fate. Fate decided. I should know by now not to be smoked. Every time I do it, something goes wrong, and I keep doing it. Hold on a second. How many misters are left? Yeah, of course, it's got to throw that at me, hasn't it? Well, I'm going to use the snowman anyway, even though it's no good. And... don't laugh. I thought that bit was flat. That bit there, like right in front of me. I thought that was flat. It's not. It's got a slope on it. I now know this. But it's not useful to me doing this now. Like now, that information's useless. Would have been good like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, sure, because this is going to work just great. I'm certain of it. That might have worked if I didn't use the snowman. I used it because I figured it'd stop me skating off the side, but maybe I should have just left it. I probably should have just left it. I mean, I could probably just go and watch someone else play it, and, like, that would tell me, like, how to do things right. But, I don't know. I don't want to mess with that. I do, actually. Oh, that's not enough. I'm still being too quick on the buttons. Still being way too quick on the buttons. Oh no, that's too close. That's not far. that's really unfar. Oh no. I'm getting out of that one. I don't think this will work, but we'll try. That's all I've got. Yeah, you're not going to get the height. I'll just press that just because I can, because it's going to make no difference now. At least I can get up there this time. I mean, like, we're past the halfway point of the game. It gets more difficult as it goes on. It should. That is the correct thing for it to do, so I can't be mad at it. I'll be mad at myself for not playing it as well as I probably should be able to. I'm still going to yell at you, Kirby. Stop bloody wussing out. It's not that hard. All you're doing is rolling down bloody slopes. I forgot that bastard was up there. Now I've got to get up there. Right, well, there's a slope off the course with no barrier. Gee, how could this ever go wrong? This is just a recipe for success. This is just, yeah. This game's hard. This game's actually not easy. No, I just can't get the backspin on it here. No, it's not going to happen. I'm going to end up in the water no matter what I do. My solution here then is, I think, just to do that and just hope for the best. I think that's all I've got at this point. Oh yeah, the amount of peppers or whatever it is. Yeah, I don't even think I can make the hill. Well, at least the sploosh lined up with the, I think this is unwinnable from here. Maybe not. No, this is doable. It's doable. Can be done. Oh, that makes me nervous. There you go. My skills are totally gone. Oh, I think there's lyric potential in most of this game's music. Ignore that line. That doesn't. That course didn't happen. That we just pretend. This one I had lyrics to, but I don't think I can sing them on YouTube now. I think that might get me another one of those community guidelines things that I've got on this channel now. That went horribly sodding wrong. And that's a real shame, because this one's really fun if you can hurl in one this one. To at least get the bloody tornado. Oh, you... I already had one. I could have pressed it, and I could have kept moving. But no, I had to be a moron. Ow! No, get over there, you jerk. I think given the turn of the music, the general sort of like direction of the lyrics can probably be guessed, given my track record with these things. Oh, what the heck is this? Yeah, I think we've reached the point in the game now where it's a bit ahead of my current skill set. That's where I think we are. Oh no. No, I was hoping I could get the slope that way so I could jump back up. That's what I was hoping for. It didn't fucking work. Look, all you can ever do with these things is try. That's it. That's all you've got. Oh! You know, that could have been a lot worse. You ought to be out of bloody peppers. No, I'm not. I don't know if they are peppers. They sort of look like peppers. I don't think I ever actually read the manual for this game, so I probably should. So 30 years later, I should probably read the manual. Maybe that has some useful information in it. Most things I own I've never read the manual for. I don't think I'm going to start doing that now. Although, I mean, reading the manual for that synthesizer was useful because of the fact everything's in menus now, instead of having its own buttons like on the previous version that was, like, better. Oops. It makes me think I should have probably jumped that. Oh no. Oh no, that's not far. Yeah, probably. It's going to annoy someone because everything has to be fucking trackers, doesn't it? Really quick way of teaching people that, you know, oh, I don't know what I'm doing with music. I've got no imagination. I'm going to write all my music in tracker. Right, this is already hopeless before we begin. Because what I'm going to have to do is stop him in this pit, jump to get him, and I'm probably going to hit the eyeball bastard. But no, that annoys me, like, everything's stuck in a fucking menu on that synthesizer, so some of the vital controls are actually stuck in said menus, and it's like, well, you do have to read the manual to know this is here, because some of them don't have a menu, or anything on the display, they just make things happen. When I decide which hard drives I'm sending for data recovery, I may well send that old Hitachi drive off and see if I can get my old Mega Drive audio driver back, because that was sequencer based. You know, that read MIDI. As in, it read actual MIDI files. And I don't know if there's ever been another one. Hold on a second. Yeah, because ideally I want to be on an angle for this, don't I, so I can bind down it. How would I make that happen? What would be my best hope for that? Okay, I have the carvy shots like that. I mean, if I can get him into an arrow, that's all I really need. So I think that'll cancel me carve ball. I think. I don't know. I can't remember, in all honesty. Sort of. That didn't line up at all. What Well, it wasn't a total loss. I got one of them. I got two of them. It was, I just took regular MIDI files was the approach I took. They would technically play on anything else, just not properly, because, you know, we're sort of relying, there was a lot of things in there, like, you know, obviously controlling FM synth, so all of the register data for the, you know, what you wanted it to sound like, in much the same format as the DX100, really. The same sort of format. You just had it in sysx blocks and you could fire it off, and you could do other things with it as well. Had loop points. I mean, a lot of it's really been re-implemented in the PSG project, I suppose, in one way or another. Okay, I think I see what I'm doing here. So I knock him out, go through the trees really fast, come back. Do I want to use the jump? We'll see how fast I'm going. I might have to use it. But it's one of those where if I don't know in advance, this might not work. You know, this might be if I don't know exactly when to press it. Probably need it to jump over the red arrow, would be my guess. So I want to jump now. I don't think I'm going to make it over the hill. Oh, no. Well, nearly I did. This is going to kill me, isn't it? I'm going to go off the course here. Oh no, there's a sand trap. Alright, I'm in the noob sand trap for the losers. I can take that. It's no problem, I can't win them all. Yeah, the PSG project, the workflow for that would just be to compose using it, because it'll just be in the PC, so there's not much point composing for anything else. I think what I'll do is I'll struggle my way through one more world and then I'll call it a night. Because I've got other things to go and do. And plus I don't want this finishing too close to DN64 going up. But I do have to do another thing with that. I need to actually hook the N64 up and test some. I forgot to test it. That I think will do nothing, so I shouldn't have to modify the project. Should just be able to render it as it is. And then, yeah, well, it's already rendered as it is. I never reported back on it that the file that the machine went into standby on actually works. Which I'm surprised at, because that doesn't usually happen. Power management on this thing's really aggressive. There's just nothing you can do about it. Oh, yeah. Call it Mr. Red, call it Mr. Wrong, and call it Mr. Then you twat. Now I'm gonna kick my cat. Ah, so I should wait for the power of the angry red thing to run out. I should wait for my usual power to be running out before I press the angry red bastard. I get it. That's alright. Now we know. Not that it's any good to me now. Yeah, I suppose I had the benefit of being on a, like, Mega Drive. But most of the data, like, really was just samples running the bloody drums. Like, the size of, like, the sequence didn't really matter. If you wanted to have PCM drums, that was where all your space was going to get used up. I look at the data sheet for that bloody thing now, and I'm like, I don't know how I had the patience to do it. And how I ever thought it was a good idea. Lousy frickin' FM synths. No, I pressed it too early. And of course now I've got to deal with that new synthesizer. I've got to dig up all the FM theory out of my head. And I don't really like going there. That's horrible. I hate FM synthesis. It's garbage. I don't know why it was ever, like, semi-popular. It must have been very cheap. Is all I think it would have had going for it. It's like, this is just objectively worse than any other way of generating sounds. 1920s instruments that used vacuum tubes were better at making noises than this 1980s junk. And I say this as somebody who's now the entirety of my setup is from the 1980s. I have to make this, because if I don't, I'll just fall off it as a crystal. Crystal, come here, my girl! I need to check in on that again someday and see what sort of progress they've made in patching that game. If I could just short full power, I think that'll actually work. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll try that then. Gotcha! Well, the Sonic games on the Mega Drive I always figured were composed on like a DX27 or a 100. Could be either of them, they're identical aside from the size of the keypad. I always figured they must have, just because of the fact that Sonic 1 and 2 are built pretty much entirely using the bloody presets. Like the composer they had at the time obviously didn't really feel comfortable programming his own sounds, and so just copied the presets from the... Because again, I don't remember 100%, but I think it is just a case of Opera 1 and 4 are swapped between those two chips. So FM, it's an algorithm and shit, and it's basically... I'm sure 1 and 4 are just swapped, or something like that. Yeah, I can't believe it. That's now something I have to do, is dig around with FM synthesis again. I almost feel like I want to fire down that full... Yeah, but even if I get back up there, what good's it going to do me? No, I don't think that is the way then. I think maybe what we want to do... Can we go electric? Maybe. Maybe that's the solution. I don't know here, to be honest. I don't tend to blag people, unless I make it obvious that I'm blagging. You're like, well, I'm the best at this, everyone else is rubbish. That's as much blagging as I do. I do it in a way that's obvious that I'm full of shit. But otherwise... I think I've figured out sort of... Yeah, I think I know what they intended me to do, and I've not done it. It is a game that you can't really, like, do a great job of in, like, just one sitting. You really do have to learn the courses. And that's what I meant, though, about the whole, you know, it's as challenging as you want to make it. If you just want to get to the end screen, you can do it, and it's probably not that hard to do. If you want to actually totally win the game, then oh boy, do you have your work cut out for you. But yeah, I can see what they had meant for you to do here. Yeah, that'll work. Is it safe? Like bugger it is, but we'll go for it anyway. Good enough. Yeah, Kirkwalk 3, easy to find. I might still have a copy of it. I can dig around. Definitely still got Kirkwalk 9, thankfully. I don't have Soundforge 4.0 anymore, but I do have 4.5, which is similar enough. And I might have one of the older versions, but I don't suppose you'll need that for just making sequences. Of course, this bloody Pentium 3 is on its knackered drives now. Your computer cannot go on standby because a device driver or program won't... That's probably ScanDisk. I'll shut the machine down. It's probably smarter because ScanDisk has finished now. It's been very laggy. Shut down. There we go. Not that Pentium 3s use a lot of electricity. Actually, I'd be tempted to leave it on because it's not very warm in here. But then I think I get more mileage out of using a Presler for that sort of thing. Okay, that warp will send me there, and that'll deflect me upwards, but I don't have a speed thingy. Whereas if I go straight there, I get it. I'm going to fuck it up, but I get it. I understand what I'm supposed to do. I'm just going to suck at it, that's all. Oh no, don't be doing that to me. You jerks. Well, that's not far. I tried my best and it wasn't good enough. I wonder here. Oh, I've got no idea. It's probably a very bad idea. You don't know if you don't try, so... I want there's a little bit of bounce on here. Ah, yes. Oh, yes, we got it. It's not going to work, but we got it. That might just be close enough. You know, sometimes you just do something great and you feel the need to congratulate yourself for being as awesome as I am. Yeah, go and hit the arrow. There you go. And stop. Fucking yes, man. This actually is working quite well. You gotta end it. That is, as much as I keep fucking up everything else, that jumping in the hole thing is something that I've not really lost my ability for. I don't know about that. I do have the original discs. Actually, come to think of it, you know what? I'll check. Because I think, if I remember rightly... Stop standing on the wire. See, I'm a professional. This is how professional I am. You can tell I'm a professional YouTube guy because I stand on chairs in the middle of live streams. I don't worry about the kerosene lamp. The bulb's cracked in that, and I've got to order one now. Let's have a look. 24 voice polyphony. Yeah, the box is fucking huge. So it's not even in the sun, it's still fading. What do you do about that? Like, it's just the ink going to shit. I mean, that faces down, that's on top of my speakers. Let's have a look. 317 built-in sounds, including 128 main with variations, 9 complete drum sets, and none of them sound as good as the single drum set in my RZ1, but whatever. 1 sound effects set. This Japanese. 24 voice polyphony, 16-part multi-timbral. So that's 16 channels there. Built-in reverb with chorus effects, separate amounts per part. Yep. Can do other things, but good luck programming those will take you all there. Buy an MU instead. Roland GS compatible. Well, it is an SC55 on a card, basically MT32 emulation mode. So you want it to sound worse? MPU 401 compatible? Well, probably is. It's an SC55 stuck to an MPU 401. Go figure. MIDI adapter cable. Oh, you mean that one I'm using on my Audigi 2 down there instead of on this thing? Get back in there. MPC and GM compatible. Alright, alright. I'm sure it said somewhere what was included. Yeah, it just alludes to being used with creative music applications, which tells me that it probably doesn't include anything in the box. So if they made one, it's not included with the product. You would have had to buy it separately. Oh, hello, spider skins. It's got house spider skins in it. Well, I don't know. I'll just continue. Well, I'll roll a cigarette now. But no, if they did make one, it's not included with the card. At least not with the SCC one. But I'd have thought there'd be something about it, because, you know, considering the SCC one's made as a later product, you'd think it would have... that product would already exist, so they'd mention it, because they'd want you to buy it. And if they did, I guess nobody bought it, and they all used Voyetra Plus and Cakewalk. I'd quite like to have a go with Voyetra's sequencer, just see what it's like. As it was quite common for a time, and I think it's what the original Blood guy used, because I still think Blood had a different composer at one time. You know, that looks doable. I don't think I needed the air bounce to get that to work. Jeez, man. That's insane. I like it. See, that is one of the examples right there of like how masterfully designed this game actually is. Because that was something where I could have pressed the Y button to look way farther, but I didn't need to. You know, I saw that there, and the game's inviting me to do it. It's basically telling me, just by the way it's set up, like, hey, do this thing. It'll be really cool. Trusted the game and did the thing, and it was really fucking cool. That wasn't cool, but the other bit was. That bit sucked. I'm on a third-party controller, we'll blame that. There we go. That's going to be the scapegoat for the rest of this. Served me right for being a cheapskate. No, I actually like this controller, like this. Probably shouldn't. Everyone tells me like they're awful, these honeybee controllers. I don't know, I like it. I like the D-pad on it. It feels a bit like a Sega D-pad. And then you have that one that is shaped like a Mega Drive controller, which is great. That'll make the fanboys angry. I should use that one more. Is that something I want to do? I mean, I'll get one of those anyway, so... Then how am I supposed to get this buzzer? Is that something like I want to bounce back from here? I don't know. Try it, I suppose. I don't imagine it's going to work, but... There's an app in it. Where's the app in it? It's all there. No, that didn't work. It did sort what I figured it would. So, now we know. Ah, hang on. What if you're not supposed to get him? And the intended thing is, yeah, I bet that's it. That what would happen is you bounce off this barrier, and then he'd turn into the hole, and you'd land in the hole at the end of the lap. I get it now. I see it. Alright, that's awesome, actually. Yeah, again, if you pay attention, the game actually does kind of clue you in. When you're looking for it, you can find it. If you don't screw it up like I just did, it's always there. And my cartoony eyes, that are totally cartoony eyes and 100% innocent, are still there. What I'm going to do before I quit, I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to play the fast course again because it'll only take a few minutes. Just see if my skills have improved. Like, have I beat, like, what was it I got? Like, I don't know. I could wind the stream back and look. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to go back there. And I'm going to play this course again. And I'm going to see if my skills have started to return. And then I'll quit for the night. This is going to feel so newbie now, isn't it? You must be fucking up on the fast hole. That's a good omen. Oh, they won. Ain't no way I'm getting this one, but get as close as we can. If I like 3/4 power and just don't touch anything, was it? No, I think I used less power than that then. But I suppose it matters, the end result's basically the same. All of the tea in China. That isn't very good. I'm gonna fuck it up. Yeah. Alright, we won't count that one because I was trying to be cocky there. So evidently I can't be being cocky. Oh no! I've jinxed myself. Just that never happened. All right, we'll pretend that one didn't happen. Right, yeah, okay, I remember. Get him, bounce off. And we don't need him in this one. What we need is it's all irrelevant. We just want to fire him in the arrow at full tilt, if we can get the timing down. I think my, like, I'm still not really great at it, but I think it's coming back to me. Like, you know, from me playing this, I think it's working. I think my skill set is gradually returning. Jumping over the trees, I am gonna bounce along and land in the hole. That is really only my fucking major goal. You fucking bastards, you ran out of steam. I wanna win this fucking game, you'll see. I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna suck. I will be the bestest. That might be too much speed there, actually. Oh no, he just caught the hole. The jock. Well, everything Roller made sucked, so I mean, it's hardly a surprise. I don't know, like I say, I got a soft spot for the System 100. It's like the only rolling thing I like. And even though I don't want one, because I own an Odyssey, so I don't need one. Yeah, Yeah, once you earn an Odyssey, basically any sort of 70s mono synth, you just... Oh, for fuck's sake. Any sort of 70s mono synth you just don't need anymore, because that will just do it. Like, that thing's great. I would gladly have a polyphonic Odyssey if I could have one. If I could have an Odyssey with like 4-note polyphonic, that would be a fantastic thing. Yeah, I'm still not wholly wanting this quite as well as I should be, but I've not been totally garbage at it either, so... About there. That might just do it, you know. What sort of speed we're coming in at. Got it. Would have been worse than my previous score. Oh, this next one's horrible to do though, isn't it? But yeah, at some point I'll try and get myself a copy of Vietra Sequencer Plus, and I'll see what that's about, see how that is. I don't think it matters what I do on this hole, I always just suck at it anyway, and I think I always did. I think like the minimum you could like do it in practically is like 2 shots generally. Oh, you son of a bitch! This is for making fun of Nepinets, isn't it? Stupid fucking Nepinets. Everybody knows they suck. Was a Nepinet, there's a Nepinet, there's a Nepinet, it's gonna die! I mean, that's not what I want, but it looks really fun, so maybe we should just do that anyway. Maybe I will. Alright, I will. Why not? Ah, you twat! Oh, whatever. That's that anyways. So yeah, I'm going to call this one here. But everything seems to mostly work. We know that I've got to sort of work around this capture card. And now that I've seen what it does, I can probably do it. I'm fairly sure I can actually get that to work better and get a better picture. I'll test my composite to RGB HV converter. Maybe I can do something to make that look nicer. Because usually the colours are really bad on it. But maybe I can get something good out of it. Just maybe. So... I don't know. Yeah, I beat my previous score anyway, so there is that. I got, like, the bronze last time, didn't I? Still haven't caught up to the rocket ship, but... I mean, it's a rocket, you're not going to catch up to that, really, are you? I now know if anything's out in my settings, when I watch this back, I'll be able to pick up on it, you would think. And now your YouTube's going to swear at me for streaming at 7.62 megabits per second, because they recommend 2.5. If you think you can stuff HD video down 2.5 megabits per second, you know, be my guest if you think you can get that to look any good. In fact, I'm running at half of what, you know, I would generally recommend for, and what I was always told for 1080, especially 1080-60. And that's another thing that I will have to try. So, like I say, I will beat Mario 3 on a stream, and we'll try streaming at 50 frames a second next time and see if that maybe eliminates some of the problems. Because I think a lot of things get locked to the stream's frame rate, and that might be buggering stuff up a bit. That sucks because he's playing around in OBS, and I really, really don't like OBS. I maybe should try and find an alternative, even if I've got to pay for it. I mean, money's money. I don't really... I get more of that It might be worth it just to save myself a load of time. My time is more valuable to me than money, so, you know, how much could it cost? Maybe we'll look. Maybe I'll look into it. But yeah, I'm gonna stop it there for the day. So I suppose I should do my obligatory outro, so I seem like I somewhat know what I'm doing. So I'm High Treason. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one whenever it happens. Every few weeks probably at the moment, and then it'll slow down again. And it is weird looking at my camera without the hood on. I've usually got that on. Yeah, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Where's that button? And do I have to press a separate button in here? Because I don't know. The interface has all changed.